In the boundless darkness of space, not every failure can be explained. But when ghosts haunt the final frontier, terror knows no limits. SpaceX's Falcon Horizon, an advanced rocket designed to carry vital equipment for a Mars colonization mission, was the epitome of cutting-edge technology. Elon Musk himself had declared it the start of humanity's interplanetary future. The launch, scheduled for midnight, drew global attention as millions tuned in to witness history being made. Among the crew of 5 were Commander Ethan Reeves, a seasoned astronaut, Dr. Laura Grant, an astrophysicist, Marcus Patel, the lead engineer, Sophia Lin, a rookie communications officer, and Victor Hayes, a payload specialist. Their mission was to establish the first Martian relay station, a vital step in humanity's quest for the stars. But Falcon Horizon carried more than just state-of-the-art technology. Unbeknownst to the crew, its payload included a mysterious artifact recently unearthed from a centuries-old shipwreck in the Bermuda Triangle. SpaceX had been contracted to test the artifact's reaction to zero gravity, a secret known only to a select few. The countdown began as usual, the rocket standing proud on the launch pad under a starless sky. Sophia noticed something unusual in the telemetry data. "Commander Reeves, there's an anomaly in the signal," she said, her voice tinged with concern. Ethan glanced at her screen. "It's probably interference," he replied, trying to sound reassuring. "We'll check it once we're in orbit." As the engines roared to life and the rocket pierced the atmosphere, the anomaly intensified. Sophia's headphones crackled with static, and amidst the interference, she heard faint whispers, disjointed words in a language she couldn't understand. The crew dismissed it as noise until Marcus reported a sudden fluctuation in the cabin temperature. "We just dropped 10 degrees, he said, rubbing his hands together. Laura frowned. "That's impossible. The thermal regulators are functioning perfectly." Ethan tried to maintain control. "Let's focus on the mission. We'll address these issues after docking with the orbital station." As Falcon Horizon reached orbit, the crew began their first scheduled tasks. Sophia was tasked with inspecting the artifact, now secured in a containment chamber. She approached the chamber with a handheld scanner, but as she activated it, the artifact emitted a low hum. The hum grew louder, resonating through the walls. Sophia stumbled back as a sudden wave of cold air enveloped her. She saw her reflection in the chamber's glass, except it wasn't hers. The figure staring back had hollow eyes and a twisted grin. She screamed, drawing the rest of the crew to her location. "There's something in there!" she cried, pointing at the chamber. Victor examined the artifact. "It's just a rock," he said, though his voice betrayed uncertainty. Ethan decided to move forward with the mission. "Let's not jump to conclusions. Focus on your tasks." But the incidents escalated. Marcus found his tools moving on their own, floating toward the artifact despite the chamber being sealed. Laura reported hearing footsteps in the cabin when everyone else was accounted for. That night, Sophia woke to find frost creeping along the walls of her sleeping pod. A ghostly figure loomed at the end of the corridor, its translucent form flickering like a malfunctioning hologram. It whispered her name. Ethan called an emergency meeting in the command module. "We need answers. Sophia, play back the telemetry logs," he ordered. As she scrubbed through the data, a chilling pattern emerged. Every signal anomaly was accompanied by faint, distorted voices. Laura enhanced the audio, revealing fragmented phrases. "Leave. Not yours. Bound by the sea. Victor's face went pale. "The artifact," he muttered. "It's tied to that shipwreck. What if it brought something with it?" Ethan shook his head. "You're suggesting ghosts in space?" Before anyone could respond, alarms blared throughout the cabin. The artifact's containment chamber had ruptured. The hum returned, louder than ever, and the lights flickered violently. The crew rushed to the chamber only to find it empty. The artifact was gone. A sudden force threw them against the walls. Sophia screamed as shadowy figures emerged from the darkness, their forms swirling like smoke. One of them reached for Marcus, who convulsed before collapsing. His lifeless body floated weightlessly, his eyes wide open in terror. "We need to abort!" Ethan shouted, but the controls were unresponsive. The shadowy entities moved closer, their distorted faces forming grim, mocking expressions. Desperate, Ethan devised a plan. "We have to jettison the artifact," he said, grabbing a plasma cutter. Laura and Victor followed him to the cargo hold, where the artifact had reappeared, hovering ominously. The shadowy figures circled them, their whispers growing louder. Laura clutched her ears, screaming, "It's in our heads!" Victor lunged at the artifact, but the moment he touched it, his body froze. His face twisted in agony as the shadows consumed him, leaving nothing but his empty suit. Ethan grabbed the plasma cutter and slashed at the artifact's containment, severing it from its mount. The artifact tumbled into the airlock, and Ethan slammed the eject button. The artifact shot out into the void of space, and for a moment, the shadows recoiled. The hum faded, and the temperature stabilized. Back on Earth, SpaceX lost contact with Falcon Horizon. The official report listed it as a catastrophic failure with no survivors. Months later, a maintenance satellite captured footage of the Falcon Horizon adrift in orbit. Its lights were flickering and its cabin windows glowed faintly. Inside, the ghostly figures moved about, their hollow eyes fixed on the earth below. Among them was Ethan, his face pale and lifeless, staring into the camera. The footage ended with a chilling sound, the hum of the artifact, still resonating in the void. In the endless expanse of space, humanity believed we were alone. But sometimes the unknown isn't out there, it's with us, waiting to awaken.